Let's continue. Okay, Global Innovation Index 2024 and Social Entrepreneurship. Why recently the Global Innovation Index GII 2024 was released by the World Intellectual Property Organization WIPO, Cornell University, and INCAD. Okay, INCAD Business School. GI 2024 key findings: team unlocking the promise of social entrepreneurship. Criteria for measurement of innovation: institutional human capital, research infrastructure, credit. Okay, investment linkages, creation, absorption, and diffusion of knowledge and creative outputs. Okay, top rank is Switzerland, followed by Sweden, the United States, and Singapore. India ranked 39th among 133 nations, improving ranking by one position from 40th in the 2023 with a score of 38.3. India holds the top rank in the both lower middle income economies as well as the central and southern Asia. Okay, reason for knowledge and technology outputs: creative outputs, institutions and business sophistication. Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai, and Mumbai are among the top 100 SND clusters. Okay, social entrepreneurship and enterprise. Social entrepreneurship is a way to achieve the generation of economic wealth while addressing various issues like poverty, environmental sustainability, and social injustice. Okay, it combines efficiency, innovation, and sources of profit, making entrepreneurs with a passion, values, mission, and concerns of non-profit organization. Okay, difference between traditional companies and social enterprises. Okay, mission or motivation. Okay, traditional company generation of economic value by tapping the market opportunities and tapping the market opportunities and generation of social value being the ways of generating economic value. Okay, social enterprise: creation of social value by addressing social issues through creative problem solving to create economic value. Okay, goal of innovation process. Okay, to gain the economic and market edge over communities and have greater market senses. Okay, an inclusive and collaborative approach with the community involvement with maximizing the social benefit. Example: open source technology, utilization of surplus to increase economic gains of stakeholders, carry investments. Okay, towards solving the social issues and towards the social mission. Expected future changes. Okay, evolving according to the market needs based on the profit maximization. Creation of an inclusive market, uplifting the excluded communities and prioritizing the social impact. Potential significance of social entrepreneurship and social enterprise. Economic growth estimates suggest that there are up to 11 million social enterprise and 30 million social entrepreneurs globally, contributing around $2 trillion to global GDP. Okay, the estimated market opportunity and potential for social enterprises in India is estimated to be $8 billion by 2025. Influencing policy through expertise. According to a study of over 800 social entrepreneurs, 63% have achieved the legislative change or influential policy, and 62% have provided research and data to the policymakers. Example: Ethiopian policymakers collaborated with the Ethiopia Ambulance, a social enterprise, to build emergency medical service standards and licensing system. Sustainable development provide for a golden mean for ensuring sustainable development and meeting the sustainable development goals SDGs. Okay, example: Selco, a social enterprise in India, provides sustainable energy solutions to other servers, households, and businesses. Okay, sensitization and engagement provides an opportunity of educating people about need for addressing societal issues with collective engagement along with economic development, and integrate social innovation into corporations aids a traditional corporation in shifting from corporate social responsibility CSR to corporate social innovation. Okay, social transformation, empowering of the vulnerable sections of society and tracking the rising economic inequality due to traditional business models. Impact innovations on social entrepreneurship. Okay, wider reach. Example: Doctor Without Borders using telemedicine to provide access to healthcare in underserved in areas in conflict zone. Finance innovative financing models like crowdfunding, social impact bonds, etc. Creative problem solving to tackle issues that lack traditional solutions due to social biases. Example: Godfellow, tackling the issue of elderly care by engaging the user. Sustainable example: usage of circular economy to increase the life of products. Okay, challenge institutional framework, limited collaborations between policymakers and social entrepreneurs, and regulatory restrictions. Human capital, requirement of complex skill sets for social entrepreneurship, definition of lack of globally recognized standards and definitions of for social entrepreneurship. Financing, high dependence on self and public financing. India's initiative to promote social entrepreneurship, Adult Innovation Mission AIM, as per a scheme for promotion of innovation for rural industries and entrepreneurship, and Atmanirbhar Bharat NIGA program to promote research and innovation and increase competitiveness of Indian startups in MSMEs. Okay, corporate social responsibility CSR mandatory provisions for of Companies Act 2013 for certain companies to take up CSR project towards social welfare activities. Social stock exchanges aim to providing social enterprise with enhanced visibility and access to capital. Okay, social impact bonds. Okay, in a very funding methods, capitalizing on the increasing investor awareness regarding the social and ecological impact of that investment. Example: green bonds, social bonds, sustainability bonds, and a skill impact bond, etc. The special window for affordable and mid income housing SMSWAMI Nation Fund is India's largest social impact fund. The social innovation program by NASCOM Foundation is a tech for good initiative that fosters inclusion for all by providing a platform for young social innovators to turn their ideas into reality. Conclusion: social entrepreneurship and enterprises offer a transformative approach to tackling global challenges by merging business innovation with the social goals. By investing in supporting policies, infrastructure, and financing, it is possible to create an environment where social enterprises thrive, driving sustainable development and creating lasting positive impacts on a global scale. Okay. World Intellectual Property Organization (WIPO) is a specialized agency of the United Nations established in 1967, which is dedicated to developing a balanced and accessible international intellectual property (IP) system that rewards creativity, stimulates innovation, and contributes to economic development. Membership of 93 members, India is a member since 1975. Functions: act as a policy forum to shape balanced international IP rules. Okay. IP rules provisions of global services to protect IP across borders and to resolve issues, provide technical infrastructure to connect IP systems and share knowledge. Corporations and capacity building programs to enable all countries to use IP for economic, social, and cultural development. Okay, acts as a world reference source for IP information. Major treaties: Paris Convention for the production of industrial property 1998, Berne Conventions on the for the production of literary and artistic works 1988, Parent Corporation Treaty 1998, Treaty on Intellectual Property, Genetic Resources and Associated Regional Knowledge 2004, National Mission on Edible Oils. Okay, oil seeds, NMEO oil seeds. Coined the news, the Union Cabinet approved National Mission on Edible Oils, oil seeds, NMEO oil seeds for 7-year period from 2024-25 to 2030-31. About a National Mission on Edible Oils, oil seeds. Targets for 2030-31 increase primary oil seed production to 69.7 million tons, okay, from 30 million tons in 2023-23. Okay, increase domestic edible oil production to 25.445 million tons and meet around 72% of our projected domestic requirement together with the NMEO OP. Okay, oil palm. Okay, expand oil seeds cultivation by an additional 40 lakh hectares by targeting rice and potato lands, promoting intercropping and promoting crop diversification. Okay, focus increasing the production of key primary oil seeds crops such as rapeseed, mustard, okay, groundnut, soya sunflower, and some. Okay, enhancing extraction efficiency from secondary sources like cottonseed, rice bran, and tree bone. Also, key features of the scheme: seed authentication, traceability, and holistic inventory. Okay, Sadi portal, okay, for an online 5-year rolling seed plan for timely availability of seeds. Okay, it will enable states to establish advanced tie-ups and seeds producing agencies including cooperatives, farmer producer organization, FPOs, and government of private seed corporation. Development of 600 value chain clusters across 347 unique districts covering more than 10 lakh hectares annually. Farmers in these clusters will have access to high quality seeds, training on good agricultural practices, GAP, and advisory services on weather and pest management. Okay, other features: adoption of high yielding, high oil content seed varieties, utilization of advanced technologies like genome editing for the development of high quality seeds, setting up of 65 new seeds, have 50 seeds strategic units in public sector information, education, and communication. IEC campaign for awareness of recommended dietary guidelines for edible oils, supports to FPOs, cooperatives, and industry players to establish or upgrade post-harvest units. You can eat for self-sufficiency in edible oil. Edibles oilseeds are the second largest crop category in India after food grains, with 9 annual oilseeds groups cultivated across diverse ecological conditions, increasing demand, urbanization, and increasing average monthly per capita consumption expenditure. MPCE in India is expected to increase consumption of processed foods high in the edible oil economy. Okay, increasing import independence. India is heavily reliant on imports, which accounts for 57% of the domestic demand for edible oils. Challenges: attaining self-sufficiency in edible oil in the lower yield per hectare. The yield gap is primarily due to the other countries using genetically modified crops. Herbicide tolerant varieties. Cultivation challenges: 76% of the oilseeds cultivation is rain fed, making it vulnerable to biotic and abiotic stress. Crop specific concentration. Production of specific oilseeds is concentrated in certain states, calling for policies to encourage more balanced and resilient cultivation. Example: Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka collectively contribute to 83.4% of the country's total ground production. Okay, data bank indicate edible oil sector in the fourth largest player in the global edible vegetable oil sector behind the United States of America, China, and Brazil. India accounts for 15 to 20% of the global oil seeds area, 6.67% of the global vegetable oil, 9 to 10% of the total consumption. Largest importer of vegetable oil globally, followed by China and the United States of America. Palm oil account for 59%, followed by the soybean 23%, and the sunflower 16%. Okay, indeed benefits of NMEOs oil seeds. Okay, Atmanirbhar, the self-reliance in edible oils through enhanced domestic oil seed production, environmental benefits like low water usage, improved soil health, and productive use of crop fallow areas. Okay, other benefits: boosting farmers' incomes, improve the seeds production infrastructure. Okay, next we have the demand supply gap. India is projected to maintain high impact growth of vegetable oil to meet the growing domestic demand. Okay, low contribution to global palm and sunflower oil production. Other steps taken for the self-sufficiency. Key purpose: National Food Security Mission, NFSM, oilseeds and oil palm. NFSM and OICIP, okay, launched in 2018-19. It focused on seed components, okay, breeding, production, distribution, production, imports, equipments, chemical fertilizers, okay, and technology transfer, demonstration, training. Okay, National Mission on Edible Oil Palm, NMEOP, okay, launched in 2021-22. Aims to increase oil palm cultivation area from 3.7 to 110 lakh hectares by 2025-26 and focus on northeastern states and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Pradhanamantri Annadata Aay Sankarshan Abhiyan PM Asha ensures that overseas farmers receive MSP through price support schemes and price deficiency payment scheme. Ashray Krishi Vikas Raftar RKY Raftar has provisions to crop production related activities on oil seeds. Okay, other measures: MSP for 7 key oil seeds, namely groundnut for sunflower, soybean, sesame, and niger rapeseed, okay, and mustard and sunflower. Okay, imposition of 20% import duty on edible oils to protect domestic producers from cheap imports and encourage local cultivation. Okay, 2024 budget announcement: strategy for self-sufficiency in oil seeds, mustard, groundnut, sesame, soybean, sunflower. Focus on research, modern farming techniques, market linkages, and crop insurance. Okay, yellow revolution. It was a movement started in 1986-1987 to boost the production of edible oil, particularly from the mustard and sesame needs. Okay, conclusion: enemy oil seeds will help increase domestic oil seed outputs and support hardworking farmers by developing value chain clusters, providing high yielding, high oil content seed varieties, and improving overall infrastructure such as seed hubs, seed storage units, etc. Furthermore, expanding oil seed cultivation to fellow region, investment in research and data driven approaches as well as public-private partnership can be explored to transform the sector. Responsible capitalism. Need for responsible capitalism for large economies highlighted by the United Finance Minister at the Tech Leaders Roundtable in Mexico. Minister, while for large economies the challenge is not just good to grow but also to reduce inequality and create opportunities for everyone. Meant by responsible capitalism can be understood by as an economic approach that indicates ethical values into business practice. It emphasizes balancing profit with the social responsibility and ensuring business contribute to societal well-being, fairness, and environmental sustainability rather than focusing solely on shareholders' returns. Okay, ethical business practices, corporate governance, responsible capitalism, fair wages and labor rights, okay, environmental sustainability, social responsibility, etc. Okay, next we have the what is the need for responsible capitalism. Addressing the global challenge, it can help companies and governments respond to the challenges like sustainability, inequality, and inclusion. Long-term business sustainability, purely profit-driven models may not be viable in long-term. Responsible capitalism can also help in better adaptation to text disruptions like artificial intelligence, etc. Ethical governance and stakeholder capitalism promotes fairness in decision making, ensuring stakeholders are treated justly and business operations comply with the legal and moral standards. Okay, measures taken to promote responsible capitalism in India. Corporate responsible social responsibilities are emanated by under the section 135 of the Companies Act of 2013. Environmental regulations, plastic waste management rules, structural emissions norms for vehicle under the BS6, etc. Labor reforms, concern wages, occupational safety, health and working conditions code, etc. Financial sector initiative, RBS, private sector lending norms, okay, SCBIs, green bond guidance, annual survey of industries, ASI for financial year 2023. Okay, ASI released by Minister of Statistics and Program Elimination must be for financial year 2023. ASI provides insight into dynamics changing composition, growth, and structure of manufacturing industries in terms of key economic indicators. Key highlights: manufacturing gross value added (GVA) grew by 7.3% in current prices in 2023 over 2021-22. Okay. Maharashtra topped, followed by Gujarat in terms of manufacturing GVA growth in economic parameters surpassed pre-pandemic level in absolute values terms. Example in university capital GVA, employment and wages, growth in others drivers of manufacturing sectors. Manufacture of basic metal, coke and refined petroleum products and food products, etc. Employment 7.4% increase in manufacturing employment in 2023. Okay, over previous year. Okay, highest employment status Tamil Nadu for Maharashtra. About GDP is defined as value of output minus value of intermediate consumption and is a measure of the contribution to GDP made by an individual producer. It is a structure. Okay, GVA gross output minus intermediate consumption, unlike the net value added GVA minus depreciation, it includes depreciation of capital and also provides both quarterly and annual estimates of outputs measured by the gross value added. Okay, about ASI conducted by collection of statistics data 2008, except in Jammu and Kashmir conducted under the Jammu and Kashmir collection of statistics data 2008. Industries covered factories registered under section 2 M1 and 2 of Factories Act 1948. VD and Cigar manufacturing establishment under the VD and Cigar Workers Conditions of Employment Act 1966. Okay, electricity undertaking and all registered with the Central Electricity Authority and units with 100 or more employees registered in the business register of establishments maintained by the states. Okay, next we have the input tax credit. Okay, recent Supreme Court laid down the test functionality and essentiality. Okay, for input tax credit eligibility in a construction. Okay, court stated that if a building is essential for supplying services like running or leasing as per the schedule 2 clauses 2 and 5 of CGST Act, okay, it may be considered a plan. Okay, functionality test determines whether a building qualifies as a plan or not. Okay, about input tax credit, it's a mechanism to avoid cascading of taxes, that is tax of tax can raise a taxable person under the GST Act, which is payable tax duty. The cost of furtherance of business can claim and avail ITC credit in electronic ledger. Okay, remissions of duties and taxes on export of products. Okay, ROTAP scheme. Okay, government approved changes to the ROTAP scheme. Okay, next we have the key changes. For domestic tariff areas, DE units extended by 1 year till 30 September 2025 for authorization holders except deemed exporters, export oriented units and special economic zone units applicable till the end of this year. Okay, applicability of news rates from October 10th, 2024 based on recommendations of ROTAP committee. About a ROTAP scheme introduced in 2021 by Minister of Commerce and Industry aimed at refunding taxes, duties and levies at the central, state and local levels on the export of products. It replaced and mechanized exports from India scheme, which was challenged at the World Trade Organization. RBI released a report of the Committee on MIBOR benchmark. Recently, RBI released a report recommending key changes in the methodology for computation of Mumbai Interbank outgrade rate, okay, MIBOR, okay, and proposed transition to a new security money market benchmark for widely used product derivatives. Okay, while it's MIBOR first introduced by National Bank Stock Exchange NSE, and it is an interest rate benchmark at which banks borrow and secure funds from the one another in the Indian interbank market. It is common and published on by financial benchmarks in the private limited FPI on a daily basis. Currently, it is computed based on trades executed on negotiation clearing system on NDS call system in the first. Our ratios with the current MIBO are based on a narrow volume 1% of daily money market volume of call transactions in call money market values of volumes, making MIBO susceptible to volatility. About call money market and call money market, it is a financial market where financial institutions and banks lend and borrow funds for short-term needs. Okay, it is a repo contract where the third-party intermediary facilities collateral selection, payment, settlement, custody and management throughout the transaction. Key recommendations of the report. Okay, changes in the computation methodology of MIBOR include transactions based on first 3 hours instead of first hour to make MIBOR more representative of transactions in call money market and potentially increase its reliability. Benchmark based on secure money market FPI to develop and publish a benchmark based on secure money market computed from trades in the first 3 hours of basket repo and the tri-party repo sequence. Okay, next we have the RBI study on monetary policy transmission. Reserve Bank of India RBI released a study on monetary policy transmission MPD, a labor markets in India. Study analyzes impact of informality in labor markets on inflation, stabilization, and monetary policy, offering new insights on MPD. October monetary policy MMP set of actions available to a nation's central bank RBI in India to achieve sustainable economic growth and maintain price stability by adjusting by supply. Okay, RBI Act 34 amended in 2016. Okay, FB framework, central government in consultation with RBI determines inflation targets in terms of consumer price index CPI for every 5 years. Flexible inflation targeting, currently it is 4% with the tolerance of plus or minus 2% until March 2026. Okay, tools, direct and indirect instruments like repo rate, reverse repo rate, etc. types expansionary, lowering interest rate to stimulate economic activity and contractionary increasing interest rate to slow down activity and prevent inflation. Okay, monetary policy committee MPC board constituted by the central government determine policy rates, example repo for achieving inflation targeting. Members 6 members governors RBI ex officio chairperson, 5 other members 2 from RBI and 3 appointed by the government. Voting, each member has 1 vote. One exercise the action committee at least 4 times in a year, and quorum for meeting it's 4 members. Okay, key findings of study MB transmission improves with more formality the labor market, impact on unemployment and contraction in monetary policy. ICMP leads to rise in unemployment in both formal and informal markets. Okay, impact on macroeconomic variables with contraction in monetary policy leads to decline in aggregate consumption, inflation, investment, output, capital, stock exchanges. Okay, India forex reserves crossed $700 billion US. Okay, India is now the 4th country in the world to have over $700 billion in the foreign reserves, which follow China, Japan, and Switzerland. India reserves can cover 11.9 months of imports, well above the general norm of 6 months. Okay, about foreign exchange reserve. Okay, it comprises of different assets that are held by central bank in India. The RBI Act 1934 contains the enabling provisions of the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) to act as a custodian of forex reserves and manage reserves within the defined components of reserve in discontinuity order as per their value. Okay, foreign currency as a SSF series valued in currencies other than the country's town. Okay, gold reserves, special drawing rights, reserve assets provided by the International Monetary Fund. Its value is based on the mix of 5 major currencies: the US dollar, Euro currency, Chinese renminbi, okay, Japanese yen, and British pound sterling. Okay, reserve transfer percentage RTP, it is equal to the members of less the IMF's holding of the members currency in account. Okay, key deriving factors behind the rise in reserve. foreign direct investment FDI and foreign portfolio investment remittance etc. Okay, significance on need of foreign stocks, okay, managing crisis, okay, eliminating the external vulnerability by maintaining foreign currency liquidity to absorb shocks during the time of crisis. Made financial obligations reserves may help pay debts and finance imports. Okay, reassure investors, provide confidence to the markets, especially credit rating agencies, to the effect that external obligations can always be met. Okay, other enhancing capacity to intervene in foreign exchange markets, etc. UPI 1, 2, 3 and UPI Lite. Okay, to encourage wider adoption of unified payment interface, UPI RBI enhances transactions limits for UPI 1, 2, 3 P UPI Lite. UPI 1, 2, 3 P. Okay, in March 2022 enable features phone etc. to use UPI. Okay, it is available in 12 language technology and alternatives include AVR number app functionality, missed call proximity and sound-based payments. Like RBI enhanced the per transaction limits from rupees 5,000 to rupees 10,000. Okay, UPI Lite allows users to make low value transactions without entering UPI pin. Okay, RBI enhanced per transaction limit to 1,000 from 500 and overall value limit to 5,000 from 2,000. Okay. Okay. Carrots released its inaugural sovereign credit ratings. Carrots released its inaugural report on sovereign rating score in 39 global economies. Thus, Carrots becomes the first Indian credit rating agency enter the global scale ratings space, including sovereign rates. Key highlights: okay, assigned on AAA ratings on to Germany, Netherlands, Singapore, and Sweden. India was assigned BBB plus. Okay, citing its resilient post-pandemic recovery and its focus on infrastructure development. India's general government debt to GDP ratio is projected to reduce from 80% to 78% by financial year 30. Okay, about sovereign credit rating SCR. Okay, credit ratings are forward looking opinions on the relative stability of an entity to meet its financial commitments. Okay, it has credit risk or relative credit worthiness of a borrower. Okay, SCBI regulates domestic credit rating agency CRSIL, ICR, CARD, etc. Okay, SCR represents an assessment of country's sovereign entity's ability to meet debt obligations, including both capability and willingness to repay debt. Okay, SCR facilitates borrowing from global capital markets and low cost, boosts investors' confidence, attracts foreign investment, etc. Currently, SCRs are dominated by the three US-based rating agencies S&P, Moody's, and Fitch. Okay, next we have issues prevailing in SCR ratings by United States-based rating agencies. Okay, lack of transparency on methodologies followed by rating agencies. Okay, inadequately captured in the economy's fundamentals. Okay, global CRAs are biased against the emerging economies, giving India a lower rating despite its position as the fifth largest economy with a no default history. Okay, Global Family Farming Forum GFF launched. Okay, Global Family Forum for GFF was launched as Food and Agriculture Organizations World Food Forum. Okay, GFF celebrates sustainable role of family farmers in building a sustainable agri-food systems and tackling the impacts of the climate crisis. GFF also marked the halfway completion of the United Nations Decade of Family Farming 2019-28. Okay, UNDFF. Okay, UNDFF was declared by United Nations General Assembly and it serves as a framework for countries to develop public policies and investments to support family farming. About family farming. Family farming is a means of organizing agriculture, forestry, fisheries, pastoral, and aquaculture production that is managed and operated by a family and is predominantly reliant on the family labor or both women and men. Okay, significance of family farming. Food insecurity. With over 150 million farms worldwide, it's the backbone of the food production. Okay, it produces 78% of the world's food is nutritional diversity. Family farming in low and middle income countries grow in diverse nutritious food and support crop biodiversity stewardship. Family farmers are used traditional methods whenever external inputs to maintain soil health and build climate resilience as well. Like a challenge faced by the family farming, financial barriers, able access to assistance, genetic and knowledge for recommendations of land, market access facilities. Okay, climate threats, lack of generation support, etc. In a related news on silent WFF Food and Agriculture Organization FAO and Global Framework on Water Scarcity in Agriculture WASAG adopted the Rome Declarations on Water Scarcity in Agriculture. Okay, the WASAG initially launched the United Nations Climate Conference in Marrakesh in 2016 to support countries in addressing the water scarcity challenges. Objective to mobilize greater political support in terms of policies, legal and institutional frameworks, access to financing and responsible water governance. Okay, commitment to reduce inequality. CRA Index 2024 release. Okay, CRA is released by Oxfam and Development Financial International. Okay, CRA assessed the commitment of 164 countries and regions to fight inequality. SCG 10 episode reduce inequality. It assesses the performance on the basis of three parameters: public services spending, progressive taxation, and labor rights and wages. Okay, key highlights of the index: ranking top performance Norway, Canada, and Australia. Worst performance South Sudan, Nigeria, etc. India rank 127. Other South Asian countries such as Nepal 115 and Sri Lanka 118 have performed better than India. Okay, rising inequality gap between the global south and the global north has suddenly grown more rapidly than at any more 89 times since World War II. Okay, billions of people face the terrible hardship of high and rising food prices and hunger, while the number of billionaires has touted the last decade. Okay, key driving factors: conflict, debit, debt crisis, and climate shocks. Okay, there are these are constraining spending in low and middle income countries. Okay, 84% of the countries have reduced their spending on education, health sector, and or social protection. Key recommendations to put in place realistic and timber on national inequality protection plans and IRPs to reduce inequality with regular monitoring. All countries should ensure that health budget is at least 15% of total public expenditure and expenditure. Education 20% increasing progressive taxation by taxing the income the richest 1%. A measure taken to reduce inequality in the job creation. Example Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Manrega. Financial inclusion. Example PM Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, education skilling. Example Right to Education Act 2009. Other Chada India, etc. All India Rural Financial Inclusion Survey 2020 in award in release second All India Rural and Financial Inclusion Survey NAFIS 2020. NAFIS was launched in 2016-17. It's national level survey that offers a comprehensive overview of rural population in terms of all of the status of livelihood and level of financial inclusion, including loans, insurance, pensions, etc. Second half is provides key insights into economic and financial indicators of rural development since 1677 area. Key highlights of survey: average monthly income of household increased by 57.6%. A share of food in consumption basket of households declined from 51% to 47%. Kisan Credit Card is a prominent instrument of financial inclusion in rural farm sector has been bound to be very effective. Okay, average size of land holding declined to 0.74 hectares from 1.08 hectares. Proportion of respondents indicated food in financial literacy increased from 0.9% to 51.3%. Proportion of agricultural households that took loans from institutional sources increased from 60.5% to 75.5%. Reasons for rise in rural income support. Example under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee 6 Manrega scheme 5.6 crore households availed employment in January 2023, thus increasing their incomes and provides livelihood security. Rise in rural female labor force participation rate from 90% in 2089 into 27.7% in 2021 economic survey 2023 upon award National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. It was found based on recommendations of Beach Development Committee. Okay, it is India's first development bank established in 1982 under the Act of Parliament to promote sustainable and equitable agriculture and rural development. Okay, NAFINX measure of financial inclusion based on field level and a character through NAFIS. NAFINX has been constructed for different states of India. Okay, these dimensions, traditional banking products, modern banking products, and payment system are all considered for constructing the index. Next, we have the government notifies offshore areas operating rights to for rules notified under the Offshore Areas Minerals Development and Regulation Act of 2002 aims at regulating exploration and production of minerals in specified offshore regions. This is significant. The backdrop of the planned first ever offshore mineral auctions of 10 blocks. These blocks will include sand, lime, mud, and polymetallic nodules. Key highlights of rules applicability: all minerals in offshore areas except minerals, oils, and hydrocarbons and specified atomic minerals. Lease surrender. Price for surrender of lease after 10 years in case of uneconomic production operations. Provide for priority access to government and government-owned companies in case of operating rights to reserved offshore loans. Offshore mining and its significance also called deep sea mining. Offshore mining is a process of driving mineral deposits from deep sea when its ocean below 200 meters. It will carry to increasing demand for metals in context of depleting terrestrial deposits and reduce dependence on mineral imports. Issues challenges on offshore mining. A potential environmental damage can endanger biodiversity by habitat destruction, underwater noise, and pollution. Impact on fishing communities by harm fish population, impact livelihood of fishing communities, technology lack of adequate R&D and technological development of deep sea mining. Okay, initiatives taken for offshore mining. Offshore areas mineral development and regulations act 2002 for development and regulation of mineral resources. Okay, deep ocean mission under the Ministry of Earth Sciences for deep sea mineral exploration. Example Samruddhira mission and Matsya 6000. International Seabed Authority is a lot of 10,000 square kilometer of area of to India for explosive explorations of polymetallic modules in Indian Ocean. Okay, next we have the National Electricity Plan. Transmission Union Ministry of Power launched the National Electricity Plan. Transmission National Electricity Plan (NEP) transmission has been developed by the Central Electricity Authority (CEA) enters under the Electricity Act 2003. A transmission system establishing the link between source of generation and distribution system, which is connected to a load or ultimate or consumer. Key highlights of NEP: a transmission aim of transmitting of 500 gigawatts of renewable energy installed capacity by 2030 and by over 600 gigawatts by 2020. Team same at meeting a peak demand for 450 gigawatts by 2030 and will expand its transmission network from 4.85 lakh square kilometers circular kilometers in 2024 to 6.48 lakh square kilometers in 2032. Indian regional transmission capacity is planned to increase to 168 gigawatts by 2030 from present level to plus 119 gigawatts. Okay, next we have the Intel Corporates, the innovative in transmission sector, so the integration of 10 gigawatts offshore and wind farms. Okay, 47 gigawatts battery energy storage systems and 30 gigawatts pumped storage plants. Okay, AMC Waters power needs of green hydrogen and green ammonia manufacturer hubs of coastal locations. Okay, covers cross-border interconnections with Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and probably interconnections with Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, etc. Okay, challenges in India's transmission system, transmission losses, issues in integration with renewable sources. Okay, absolute technology, skewed focus of regulators towards generation of cybersecurity, etc. Okay, Central Electricity Authority (CEA). It was established under the Repealed Electricity Supply Act of 1940, which has been substituted by Electricity Act of 2003. Members CEA consists of not more than 40 members, including chairperson, of whom not more than 8 members are full-time members appointed by the central government. Okay, next we have the functions advised central government on national electricity policy. Okay, specify technical standards for construction of electrical plants, etc. Hand in hand in HIH.